And now, without further ado, William Shakespeare's Twelfth Night.
Of it, so that surfeiting the appetite may sicken, so die. That strain again had a dying fall. Oh, it came o'er my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon the bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough. No more. 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before. O spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that, notwithstanding thy capacity receiveth as the sea, not enters there of what validity and pitch soe'er, but falls into abatement and low price even in a minute. So full of shapes is fancy that it alone is high fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What, Curio?
The hart.
Why, so I do, the noblest that I have. Oh, and mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a hart, and my desires like fell and cruel hounds ere since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years' heat, shall not behold her face at ample view. But, like a cloistress, will she veiled walk and water once a day her chamber round with eye-offending brine. All this to season a dead brother's love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath a heart of such fine frame to pay this debt of love, but to a brother. How will she love when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied and filled, her sweet perfections with one self-king. Away, before me, to sweet beds of flowers. Love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
This is Illyria, lady.
What am I to do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, sailor?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so perchance may he be.
True, madam, and to comfort you with chance, assure yourself. After our ship did split and you and that poor number saved along with you hung on our driving boat, I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself, courage and hope both teaching him the practice, to a strong mast that lived upon the sea where, like Arion on a dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Oh. Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope, whereto thy speech serves for authority the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam. Well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place. A noble duke in nature, as his name.
What is the name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And is so now, or was till very late, for but a month ago I left from hence. But then 'twas fresh and murmured that, well, as you know, what great ones do, the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia,
What's she?
a virtuous maid, the daughter of a count that died some 12 months since. Then, leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love they say she hath abjured the company and the sight of men.
Oh, that I served that lady and might not be delivered to the world till I had mine own occasion mellow. Oh, what my estate is!
Well, that were hard to compass, because she will admit no kind of suit. No, not the Duke's.
There is a fair behavior in thee, Captain. And though that nature of the beauteous world doth oft close in pollution, yet of thee, I will believe thou hast a mind that suits with this thy fair and outward character. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously, conceal me what I am and be my aid, for such disguise as happy shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth his service. What else may hap to time I will commit. Only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Then be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll be. And when my tongue blabs, let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
Oh, what a plague be to my niece to take the death of a brother thus. I swear care's an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier a nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exception to your ill hours.
Well, let her accept before accepted.
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too, and maybe not let them hang themselves by their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight you brought in one night here to be her wooer.
Who, Sir Andrew Aguji?
Aye, he.
He's as tall a man as any in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
He's got 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, he'll have but a year in all those ducats. He's a very fool and prodigal.
Why that you say so? He plays all the Bois de Gapois and speaks 3 or 4 languages without book, and he has all the good gifts to nature.
Aye, he hath, for besides that he's a great fool, he's also a great quarreller, and, but that he had the gift of a coward to allay the gust he hath in quarrelling, 'tis thought among the prudent he might also have the gift of a grave.
Oh my, this hand, they are scoundrels and subtractors who say so of him. Who are they?
They that add moreover that he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking health to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there's passage in my throat and drink in Illyria. He's a coward and a coister who'll not drink to my niece till his brains turn a toe like a perished top. Oh, but wench, Cassio Virgo, here comes Sir Andrew Agueface. Sir Toby Belch! Oh no, Sir Toby Belch! Sweet Sir Andrew!
Bless you, fair true.
And you, sir.
A cost, Sir Andrew, a cost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid?
Good Mistress Accost. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good Mistress Mary Accost.
Oh, you mistake not. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
By my troth, I would not undertake her in such company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
Knight, thou lackest a cup of canary. When did I see thee so put down?
Never in your life, I think. Unless you see canary put me down. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or ordinary man. But I am a great eater of beef, and I do believe this does harm to my wit.
No question.
And I thought that I'll forswear it. I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Oh, pourquoi, dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or do not? I would had I bestowed that time in the tongues that I had in dancing, dancing, and bear baiting. Oh, but had I studied the arts?
Then thou wouldst had an excellent head of hair.
Why, would that have mended my hair?
Last question, for you see will not curl by nature.
But it becomes me well enough, does it not?
Excellent, it hangs like flax on a distaff. And I long to see a housewife take it between her legs and spin it off.
Faith, I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, and if she be, it's 4-1. She'll none of me. The Count himself here hard by woos her.
She'll none of the Count. She'll not match above her degree, neither in estate, years, nor wits. I've heard her swear it. Tut, there's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer. I am a fellow of the strangest mind in the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes altogether.
Oh, they are good at these kickshaws, Noddy.
As any man in Illyria, whatsoever he may be, under the degree of my betters. And yet I will not compare with an old man.
What is thy excellence in a galliard, knight?
Faith, I can cut a caper.
Oh, and I can cut the mutton to it.
And I do believe I have the back trick, simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these gifts hid? Wherefore are they a curtain before me? Are they like to take dust like Mistress Mall's picture? Why, thou shalt go to church in a galliard and come home in a caranto. My very walk would be a jig. I would not much as make water but in a syncopace. What art thou saying? Is this a world to hide virtues in? I did think by the excellent constitution of thy leg, it was formed under the star of a galleon.
Aye, 'tis strong, and does indifferent well in a flame-coloured stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus, that's the sides and art.
No, sir, it's the legs and thighs. Come on, let me see thy caper. Higher! Higher! Yes, excellent! Excellent!
If the Duke continues these favors towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor or my negligence to call into question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
Who saw Cesario? Ho!
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you a while aloof. Cesario, thou knowst no less than all. I have unclasped to thee the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access, but stand at her door and tell them there thy fixed foot shall grow, till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord. If she be so abandoned to her sorrow as it is spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous, and leap all civil bounds rather than make unprofited return.
Well, say I do speak with her. What then, my lord?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It will become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth than in a nuncio's of more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it. For they shall yet belie thy happy years who say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. The small pipe is as a maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all is semblance of a woman's part. I know that constellation is right apt for this affair. Some 4 or 5 attend him. All, if you will, for I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Oh, yet a bar for strife. Whoe'er I woo myself would be his wife.
Let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs to fear no color. Ha! Make that good. He shall see none to fear. Well, that's a good Lenten answer. Well, God give them wisdom that have it, and those that are fools,
Let them use their talents.
Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent, or be turned away, and is not that as good as a hanging to you?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage. And as for turning away, let summer bear it out.
You are resolute then.
Not so neither, but I am resolved on 2 points.
That if one break, the other will hold. Or if both break, your Gastons fall.
Apt! In good faith, very apt. Well, go thy way. If Sir Toby would leave drinking, thou wert as witty a piece of Eve's flesh as any in Illyria.
Peace, you rogue, no more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely, you were best.
Wit, and it be thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove fools, and I, that am sure I lack thee, may pass for a wise man. For what says Quinopolis? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Did you not hear, fellows? Take away the lady.
Go to. You're a dry fool. I'll know more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. For give the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself. If he mend, he's no longer dishonest. If he cannot, let the tailor mend him. Anything that's mended is but patched. Virtue that transgresses is but patched with sin, and sin that amends is but patched with virtue. If this simple syllogism will serve, so. If it will not, what remedy? As there's no true cuckold but calamity, so beauty's a flower. The lady bade take away the fool, therefore I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Misprision in the highest degree. Lady, calculus non facit monachum. That's as much to say as, I were not motley in my brain. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Oh, make your proof.
I must catechize you for it, Madonna. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me.
Well, sir, for want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen.
What think you of this fool Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do until the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity, for the better increasing your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but he will not pass his words for 2 pence that you are no fool.
Oh, how say you to that, Malvolio?
Well, I marvel that your lady delights in such a barren rascal.
Oh.
I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that had no more brain than a stone. Look you now, he's out of his guard already.
Oh.
Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he is gagged. I protest. I take these wise men who crow so at this set kind of fools, no better than the fools' zanies.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste of a distempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and of free disposition is to take those for bird bolts that you deem cannon bullets. Well, there is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Now Mercury endure thee with leasing, for thou speakest well of fools.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman who much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam, but 'tis a fair young man and well attended.
Well, who of my people hold him in delay?
Your kinsman, Sir Toby.
Oh, fetch him off, I pray you. Fie on him! Well, he speaks nothing but madman. Oh, go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick or not at home. What you will to dismiss it. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old and people dislike it.
Thou hast spoke for us, Madonna, as if thy eldest son should be a fool, whose skull Jove cram with brains. For here he comes. One of thy kin has a most weak pia mater.
Oh, by mine honor, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman? What gentleman?
There's a gentleman at the gate. Oh, plague of these pickled herrings. How now, sir?
Good Sir Toby.
Cousin! How have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery. I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
I marry, what is he?
Let him be the devil and he will. I care not. Give me faith, it's all one.
Oh, what's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, fool, and a madman.
Huh.
One draft above heat makes him a fool, a second mads him, and a third drowns him.
Oh. Well, go thou and seek the crowner, or let him sit on my cause, for he's in the 3rd degree of drink. Oh, he's drowned. Go you look after him.
He's but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand as much and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too and therefore comes to speak with you. What's to be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so, lady. He says that he will stand at your door like a sheriff's post or the support to a bench, but he will speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind?
What manner of man?
Of a very ill manner, lady. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
Of what personage in years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. As a squash is before 'tis a peas cod, or a codling when 'tis almost an apple, 'tis so with him in standing water between boy and man. He's very well-favored and speaks very shrewishly. One would think that his mother's milk was scarce out of him.
Well, let him approach. Oh, call in my gentlewoman.
A gentlewoman. Milady calls.
Come, give me my veil, throw it o'er my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me. I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides it is excellently well penned. I've taken great pains to con it. Good beauties, well, let me sustain no scorn. I am very comfortable, even to the least sinister usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentle one, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart, and yet by the very fangs of malice I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
Well, if I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain, if you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is my commission. I will honor with my speech in your praise, and then show you the heart of my message.
Oh, come to what's important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
'Tis the more like to be feigned. I pray you, keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach, rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not that time of moon with me to make one, and so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I am to hold here a little longer. Some mollification for your giant. Sweet lady, tell me your mind. I'm a messenger.
Oh, well, sure, you have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy of it is so fearful.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Well, yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am, and what I would, are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any other's, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this, divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Well, have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? But you are now out of your text. Then we shall draw the curtain and show you the picture. Well, look you, sir. Such a one as I was this present. It's not well done.
Excellently done, if God did all.
Well, 'tis ingrained, sir. 'Twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you will lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. Well, I will give out divers schedules of my beauty, and it shall be inventoried, and every article and utensil labeled to my will, such as item 2 lips in different red, item 2 gray eyes with lids to them, item 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Or were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You're too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompensed, though you were crowned the nonpareil of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Well, yet I suppose him virtuous. Know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, free, learned, valiant, and in dimension and the shape of nature, a gracious person, and yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contempt and love, and sing them loud even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberate hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, "Oh, Olivia!" Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above
Marchant, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come again tomorrow to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. Oh, spend this for me. I thank you for your pains.
I am no fee post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love makes his heart a flint that you shall love. And let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? I am a gentleman. Well, I'll swear thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, thy action, thy spirit do give thee fivefold blazon. Oh, soft, soft, not so fast. Unless the master were the man. Oh, how now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague. I think I feel this youth's perfections with a subtle and invisible stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio?
Yeah, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind him, would I or not? Well, tell him I'll none of it, and desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I am not for him. But that the youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. Oh, hi thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
Oh, I know not what. And yet, I fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Oh, fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be. Oh, and be this so.
No. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore I crave of you your leave, that I might bear my evils alone.
Let me yet know whither you're bound.
No, sooth, sir. My determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. Yet I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore it charges me in manners the rather to express myself. You must know me, then. My name is Sebastian. My father was that Sebastian of Messling whom I know you heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been so pleased, we would have so ended. But you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea was my sister drowned.
Last day.
A lady, sir. Though it was said she much resembled me, was of yet many accounted beautiful. Though I could not with such estimable wonder overfar believe that. Yet thus far I will boldly proclaim it. She bore a mind envy could not but call fair. She's drowned already, sir. With salt water. Though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir. Your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not kill whom you have recovered, desire it not. I fare ye well at once. My bosom is full of kindness. Yet I am so near the manners of my mother that upon the least occasion more mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound for Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of Aldegast go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court. Else would I very shortly see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so, that danger shall seem sport. I will go.
Sir? Sir! Were not you even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace I have since arrived but hither.
Turns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains and taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into a desperate assurance that she will none of him. Oh, one thing more, that you be never so hardy as to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me. I'll none of it.
Oh, come, sir. You peevishly threw it at her. It is her will that it be so returned. If it is worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much that sure methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak and starts distractedly. She loves me. Sure, the cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring. Why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so, as 'tis. Poor lady. Well, she will better live a dream. Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy it is for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we, for such we are made of, such we be. Well, how will this badge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him. And she, mistaken, seems to dote on me? Oh, what will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love, as I am woman. Now, alas, the day. What thriftless sigh shall poor Olivia breathe? Oh, time, thou must untangle this, not I! It is too hard a knot for me to untie!
Can't you see she's the man? Let me hear you applaud. She is more than a man. She's a shiny golden god.
You owe me 3 ducats. Approach, Sir Andrew, approach. To be up after midnight is to go to bed betimes, and deleculo Sir Jerry, thou knowest?
Nay, my troth, I know not, but I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as much as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight and then to go to bed then is to go to bed early. Therefore, to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. Does not our lives consist of the 4 elements?
Faith, so they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Oh, thou art a scholar indeed. Therefore, let us eat and drink. Marry and I say a stoup of wine.
Here comes the fool of faith.
How now, my hearts? Did you never see the picture of we 3?
Welcome, ass. Let's have a catch.
By my troth, this fool has an excellent breast. I have rather than 40 pounds had I such a leg, and so sweet a voice to sing as the fool has. Thou was very gracious fooling last night, when thou spokest to Pigromitis, and the Vapians passing through the equinautical of Quavis. It was very good. I sent thee 6 for thy layman. Hast it?
I did impetico gratillity, for Malvolio's nose is no whipstock. My lady has a white hand, and the myrmidons are no bottle alehouses.
Excellent! Why, with all this done, this is the very best fooling. Now a song.
Yeah, there's 6 for you. Let's have a song.
There's a testament of me too. If one night you...
Do you want a love song or a song of good life?
Well, a love song, a love song.
Aye, I care not for good life.
Why can't I get just one kiss? Why can't I get just one kiss? I guess there's some things I wouldn't miss, but I waited my whole life for just one. Why can't I get just one? Why can't I get just one? Believe me, I know what to do, but something won't let me make love to you. Day after day, I get angry. I will say, oh my mother, I would love to love you, lover. The city is restless, it's ready to pounce. Here in your bedroom, ounce for ounce.
Oh my mother.
I would love to love you, lover. Just as you're ready, cut it up. Says, wait a minute, honey, and add it up.
Add it up, 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 add it up,
Add it up for me.
A mellifluous voice as I am a true knight.
A contagious breath.
Very sweet and contagious affair.
To hear by the nose is dolcet and contagion. But shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rise the night hour in a catch that will make 3 souls out of one weaver? Shall we do this?
And you love me? Let's do it! I am a dog at a catch.
Fire, lady, sir, and some dogs will catch well.
Most certain. Let our catch be thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave knight. I shall be constraining it to call thee knave knight.
'Tis not the first time I have constrained one to call me knave. Begin, fool. It begins. Hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Come begin.
Hold thy peace, thou knave. My mighty earth, blood, and bone will stay thee.
Hold thy peace, thou knave. My mighty blood and bone will save thee.
Hold thy peace, thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave.
Hold thy
My mighty earth, blood, and bone will stay thee. Hold
bone will
knave.
hold thy
My
peace, thou knave.
What a coward! Now keep here!
hold thy bone.
If my lady have not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you all out of doors, never trust me.
My lady's a Qadir, and we are politicians. Malvolio's a pegaranzi, and 3 merry men be we. Am I not consanguineous? Am I not of a blood? Tilly Valley lady, there dwelt a man in Babylon. Later!
Beshrew me, the knight's an admirable fooling.
He does well if he be disposed, and so do I too. He does it with a better grace, but I do it more natural.
On the 12th day of December!
For the love of God, peace.
My masters! Are you mad or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty that you gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do ye make an alehouse of my lady's house but to squeak out your coziest catches without mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect for persons, place, nor time in you?
We didn't keep time in our catches, sir, so snicker.
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. Milady bade me tell you that though she harbors you as her kinsman, she is nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself from your misdemeanors, then you are welcome to the house, but if not, and if it would please you to take your leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell to heart, for I
Oh, no.
Nay, sweet Sir Toby.
His eyes do show his days are almost done.
Oh, is it even so?
But I shall never die.
Sir Toby, there you lie.
This is much credit to you.
Shall I bid him go?
Wouldn't if you do?
Shall I bid him go and spare?
No, you dare not.
Out of tune, sir, you lie. Art! Enema! Steward! Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, there'll be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, by St. Anne, and ginger shall be hot in mouth too.
Thou art in the right. Go, sir. Rub thy chain with crumbs. Maria, a stoup of wine.
Mistress Mary, if you prize my lady's favor at anything more than contempt, you would not give means to this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Go, shake your ears.
'Tis as good a deed to drink when a man's hungry, to challenge him in the field and to break promise with him and make a fool of him.
Do it, knight. I'll deliver thy indignation or deliver it by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the Count's was today with my lady, she's much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nay word and make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us, tell us something of him.
Marry, sir, sometimes he's a kind of Puritan.
Oh, and I thought that I could beat the rogue.
What, for being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight?
I have no exquisite reason for it, but I have reason good enough.
The devil a Puritan that he is, or anything constantly but a time pleaser. An affectioned ass that cons state without book and utters it in great swaths. The best persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks with excellencies, that it is his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him. And it is on that vice in him that my revenge will find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein by the color of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the complexion of his eye, chin, forehead, he will find all himself most feelingly personated. I can write in a hand very like my lady your niece. On a forgotten matter, we could hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent. I smell a device.
I have it in my nose, too.
He will think, from the letters that thou have writ, that they come from my niece, and she's in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And now your horse will make him an ass.
Ass, I doubt not.
Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I will plant you two, and let the fool make a third, where he will find the letter. Observe his construction of it. But for tonight, to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Hennessy.
Before me, she's a good wench.
Oh, she's a big old true-bred and one that adores me.
I was adored once, too.
To bed, knight. Thou hast need send for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I am a foul way out.
I'll send for more money, knight. If you have her not in the end, call me cut.
And I do not. Never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come, knight. I'll go burn some sack. It's too late to go to bed now. Come, knight. Come, knight.
Give me some music. Now, good morrow, friends. Now, good Cesario. But that piece of song we had last night, that old and antique song, methought it did relieve my passions much, more than light airs and recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come, but one verse.
He is not here, so please your lord, that should sing it. He is about the house.
Seek him out, and play the tune a while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstead and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon it. Young though thou art, thine eye has strayed upon some favor that it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little by your favor.
What kind of woman is't?
Of your complexion.
She is not worth thee, then. What years of faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven. Let still the woman take an elder than herself, so wears she to him, so sways she level in her husband's heart. For boy, however we do praise ourselves, our affections are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower, being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, that they are so to die, even when to perfection they grow.
Oh, fellow, come. The song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario. It is old and plain. The spinsters and the knitters in the sun and the free maids that weave their thread with bones do use to chant it. It is silly sooth, and dallies with the innocence of love, like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee, sing.
Come away, death, and in sad cypress, let me be laid. Fly away, breath, I am slain by a fair, cruel maid. My shroud of white stuck all with you, oh, prepare it. My part of death no one so true did share it. Not a flower sweet on my black coffin, let there be strown. Not a friend greet my poor corpse when my bones shall be thrown. 1,000 sighs to save, lay me ho, where sad true love ne'er find my grave, to weep there.
There's for thy pains.
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid, one time or another.
Give me leave now to leave thee.
Now the melancholy god protect thee, and the tailor make thy doublet of changeable taffeta, for thy mind is very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything, and their intent everywhere. For that's it that always makes a good voyage of nothing. Farewell.
Let all the rest give place. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yond sovereign cruelty. Tell her, my love, more noble than the world prizes not quantity of dirty lands. The parts that fortune hath bestowed on her, tell her I hold as giddy as fortune. But it is that miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks in her attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir.
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love a great pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can buy the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion of the liver, but of the palate. To suffer surfeit, cloyment, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between that love a woman can bear me, and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man, as it might be, perhaps were I a woman, I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm of the bud, feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy, she sat like Patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more and swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will. For still, we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Say, my love can give no place. Bide no delay.
Come thy way, Signor Fabian.
I'll come. If I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Would thou not be glad to have this rascally son of a sheep hider come to some notable shade?
I would exult, man. You know, he brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here.
Well, to anger him, we'll have the bear again, and we'll fool him black and blue, shall we not, Sir Fabian? Mr. Andrew, oh, look where comes the little villain. How now, my men, Olivia?
Get ye all three into the box tree. Malvolio's coming down this walk. He hath been yonder in the sun, practicing behaviors to his own shadow this last half hour. Observe him, for the love of mockery, for I know this lever will cause him great foolishness. Close in the name of jesting, lie thou there, for here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
Tis but fortune. All is fortune. Maria once told me that milady did affect me. I've heard herself come thus near, saying that should she fancy it would be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a far greater respect than anyone else who follows her. What should I think on it?
He's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace. Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. How he jets under his advanced plume.
God's light, I could so beat the rogue.
To be Count Malvolio.
A rogue?
Oh, pistol him.
There is example for it. The lady of the Strachey married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Oh, fire on him, Jezebel.
Oh, peace. Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state, calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone.
Oh, peace.
Having achieved the humor of state, after a brief travel of regard, telling them that I know my place as I would they should do theirs, and asking them to bring me my kinsman, Toby.
Bolts and shackles.
Oh, peace, now.
7 of my people in an obedient start make out for him. I frown the while, perchance wind my watch, play with my, some rich jewel. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
Door, silence be drawn from us with cars, yet peace.
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control, saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your niece, give me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Nay, patience, or we break the sinews of our plots.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with that fool of a knight.
That's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew 'twas I. But many do call me fool.
What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
Oh, peace, in the spirit of humor, intimate reading aloud to him.
By my life, this be my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's and T's. Oh, and thus makes she her great P's. 'Tis in contempt of question, my lady's hand.
Her C's, her U's, and T's?
Why that? To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. Her very phrasings. By your leave, wax. Soft. The impressure her Lucrece with which she uses to seal. 'Tis from my lady. But to whom should this be?
Oh, this wings it liver and all.
Jove knows I love. But whom? Lips do not move. No man must know. No man must know? But what follows? The numbers are altered. No man must know. If this should be thee... Malvolio!
Very hang thee, Brock.
I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
A fusion riddle. Excellent wit, say I.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Leave it first. Let me see.
What does poison she dressed him?
I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me. I serve her. She is my lady. This is evident in any formal capacity. There be no obstruction in this. And what to make of the end? What does that alphabetical position portend? If I could make this resemble something in me, softly, M-O-A-I.
I make that up. Who's now in a cold sense.
Malvolio! M! Why, thus begins my name.
Did I not say he would work it out? Occurs excellent and false.
M. But then there is no consonancy in the sequel that suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
I'll cudgel him and make him cry. Oh!
Then I comes behind.
Aye, and you had any eye behind you, you might see more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. Well, this simulation is not as the former, and yet to crush this a little, it should bow to me, for every one of these letters is in my name. Soft. Here follows prose. If this should fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates have opened their hands to thee, with thy blood and spirit embrace them. And to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with kinsmen, surly with servants, let thy tongue tang arguments of state, and put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee, and wishes to see thee in yellow stockings, and ever cross-gartered. Go to. Thou art made, if thou desirest to be so, and if not, let me see thee. Steward still, the fellow of servants, and unworthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with you, the fortunate, unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. Oh, I will baffle Sir Toby. I will be point devise the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. Oh, I thank my stars. I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even with the very swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. There yet follows a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in my presence, still smile, good my sweet, I prithee. Oh, Jove be praised. I will smile. I will do everything thou'lt have me do.
I would not give my part of this sport for a pension of 100,000 ducats.
I could marry the wench for this device.
So could I too.
And ask no other dowry but such another gem.
Nor I neither.
Wilt thou put thy foot o'er my neck?
Or mine either.
To have him in such a dream, when the image of it leaves him, he must run away mad.
Nay, but say true, does it work on him?
Like aquavita on a midway.
If you would see the fruits of this sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellowed stockings, and 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile on her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to melancholy as she is, that it cannot help but make him into a notable contempt. If you would see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tara, my most exquisite devil of a witch.
I'll make one too.
Save thee, friend, and thy music. Dost thou live by the drum?
No, sir. I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
So thou mayest say the king lies by a beggar if a beggar dwell near him. Or thy drum stand by the church if the church stand by thy drum.
You have said, sir, to see this age, a sentence is but a cheverel glove to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side may be turned upward.
Nay, that's certain. They that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanton.
I would therefore my sister had no name, sir.
Why, man?
Why, sir, her name's a word, and to dally with that word might make my sister wanton.
I warrant thou art a merry fellow and carest for nothing.
Not so, sir. I do care for something, but in my conscience, sir, I do not care for you. If that be to care for nothing, sir, I would it would make you invisible.
Art not thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool, sir, till she be married. And husbands are to fools as pilchards are to herrings. The husbands, the bigger. I am indeed not her fool, sir, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, does walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but the fool should be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and thou pass upon me, I'll no more with thee. Hold. There's expenses for thee.
Now Jove and his next commodity of hair, send thee a beard.
By my troth, I will tell thee I'm almost sick for one, although I would not have it grow on my chin. Is thy lady within?
Would not a pair of these have bread, sir?
Yes, being kept together and put to use.
I would play Lord Pandarus of Phrygia to bring a Cressida to this troilus.
I understand you well. Well begged, sir.
The matter is not great, I hope, sir. Begging but a beggar. Cressida was a beggar. My lady is within, sir. I will construe them whence you come. Who you are and what you would are out of my welkin. I might say element, but the word is overworn.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool. To do that well craves the kind of wit. He must observe the mood on whom he jests, the quality of persons, and the time, and like the haggard, check out every feather that comes before his eye. This is a practice as full of labor as a wise man's art. For folly that he wisely shows is fit. Wise men, folly fallen, quite taint their wit.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, sir.
Devil God, monsieur?
Et voici votre serviteur.
Tope, sir, you are... I am yours.
Wilt thou encounter the house? My niece is desirous you should enter if your trade be under her.
I am bound to your niece. I mean, she's the list of my voyage.
Well, then taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean to go, sir. To enter.
I will answer you with gate and entrance. But we are prevented. Most excellent, accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
That youth's a rare courtier. Rain odors, well.
My matter hath no voice to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Odors, pregnant and vouchsafed? I'll get them all three already.
Let the garden door be shut, and leave me to my hearing. Well, give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
Oh, my servant, sir. Which was never merry world, since lowly feigning was called compliment. Your servant to the Count Orsino youth.
And he is yours, and as must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
Oh, for him, I think not on him. And for his thoughts, would they were filled with blanks rather than with me.
Madam, I come to wet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, by your leave, I pray you, I bade you never speak of him again. But would you undertake another suit? I had rather hear you solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady!
They give me leave, beseech you. I did send after the last enchantment you did here, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you. Under your hard construction must I sit to force that on you in a shameful cunning which you knew none of. What might you think? Have you not set my honor at the stake and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? Well, to one of your receiving, enough is shown. Cypress, not a bosom, hides my heart. So let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
Well, that's a degree to love.
No, not a grise, but 'tis a vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Well, then methinks it's time to smile again. O world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one must be a prey, how much better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Fear not, good youth, I will not have you. Oh, and yet when youth are come to harvest, your wife is like to reap a proper man. Oh, there lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho!
grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. Oh, you're nothing, madam, to my lord by me.
Stay. I prithee tell me what thou thinkst of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
Well, if I think so, I think the same of you.
Well, then think you right. I am not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? For now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. Oh, a beauty his guilt shows itself none more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon, oh Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by truth, by maidhood, by honor, by everything. I love you. So that maugre all thy wit nor pride, nor can I my passion hide, but would you not extort thy reason from this clause, that I woo thou, therefore hast no cause, but will reason thus with reason fetter. The love sought is good, but given unsought is better.
By my innocence, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman never has, nor never none shall mistress be of it, save I alone. And so, adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Oh, well, yet come again. Hope for thou, perhaps, mayst move that heart which now abhors to like his love.
No! No, 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 no! 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 I'll stay not a jot longer!
Thy reason, dear Venom, you must give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the Count's serving man than she ever bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Did she see thee the whole while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plainly as I see you now.
This was a great argument in love and her towards you.
God's light, will you make an ass of me?
I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason. She did show favor to the youth in your sight, only to exasperate you, to awaken your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should then have accosted her, and with some excellent jest, fire new from the mint, you should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was fault. The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off, and you are now sailed into the north of my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard, unless you do redeem it by some laudable attempt of either valor or policy.
Had it be any way, it must be with valor, for policy I hate.
Why then? Build me thy fortunes on the basis of valor. Challenge me the Count's youth to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take no of it. And assure thyself there is no love broker in the world that can prevail more in men's commendation with women than the pursuit of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear a challenge for him?
Go. Write it in a martial hand. Be cursed and brief, no matter how witty, in that it be eloquent and full of invention. Taught him with the license of ink. If thou thouest him thrice, it shall not be amiss. And as many lies as lie in thy sheet of paper, although the sheet were big enough for the bed of ware in England, put 'em down. Go about it. Let there be gall in thy ink, though thou write with a goose pen. Oh, no matter about it.
Where shall I find you?
We'll be at the cubiculo. Go!
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
I've been dear to him some 2,000 strong or so.
We shall have a rare letter. You'll not deliver it.
Oh, never trust me then. By all means, stir on the youth to an answer. I think oxen and wain ropes cannot hale them together. That's for Andrew. If he were opened, and there was as much blood in his liver as would clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
In his opposite, the youth bears in his visage no great presence of cruelty.
Yes. Oh, here comes the youngest red of 9.
If you do desire the spleen and would laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Young Malvolio has turned heathen. He's a very renegado, for there is no Christian that means to be saved by believing rightly could ever believe such impossible passages of grossness. He's in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered.
Most villainously. Like a pedant that keeps his school in the church. I have dogged him like his murderer, and he does obey every point of the letter I've dropped to betray him. He does. Smile his face into more lines than is in the new map with the augmentation of the Indies. You have not seen such a thing as the tis. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him, and if she do, he'll smile and take it as a great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
I would not have troubled you, but since you make pleasure from your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than violet steel, did spur me forth. And not all love to see you, though so much as might have drawn one to a longer voyage, but jealousy, what might befall your travel, being skilless in these parts which to a stranger, unguided and friended, often prove rough and inhospitable. My willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear, set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, I can no answer give but thanks. And thanks, and thanks, and ever thanks. And oft good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay. But word by word, this is my conscience firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Should we go seek the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
I'm not weary. 'Tis long till night. Oh, I pray you let us go satisfy our eyes with the memorials and things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you pardon me? I do not have danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Countess galleys, I did some service, such no need that, were I ta'en here, it'd scarce be answered.
Would be like you slew a great number of his people?
The offense is not of such a bloody nature, albeit the quality and time of quarrel might well have given us bloody argument. It might have since been answered in repaying what we took from them, which, for traffic's sake, most of our city did only myself stood out, for which, if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Oh, do not then walk too open.
It did not fit me. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. In the south suburbs, at the Elephant is best to lodge. How the speaker died, will you beguile the time and feed your knowledge being with the town?
Why I your purse?
Happily your eye shall light upon some toy you have desired to purchase. And your store, I think, is not for idle market, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent for him. Oh, he says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? For youth is bought far more oft than begged or borrowed. Oh, I speak too loud. Where's Malvolio? He is sad and civil and suits well for a servant of my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in very strange manner. He's sure possessed, madam.
Why, what's the matter? Does he rave?
No. Madam, he does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best have some guard about you if he should come. For sure the man's tainted in his wits.
Oh, go call him hither. I am as mad as he, if sad and merry madness equal be. How now, Malvolio? Oh.
Sweet lady! Oh!
Oh, smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad, lady? I could be sad. This does produce some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering, but what of that? If it pleases the eye of one. It is with me as a very true sonnet is. Please one, please all.
Oh, how now? What is the matter with thee?
Oh, not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It did come into my hands, and commands shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Oh, wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed! Aye, sweetheart, I'll come to thee.
Oh, heaven restore thee! What is the matter with thee? Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
How do you, Malvolio?
Oh, yes, at your request. Nightingales answer daws.
Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanst thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great.
Huh?
Some achieve greatness.
What's Feste?
And some have greatness thrust upon them.
Oh.
Remember who did come in by yellow stockings?
Thy yellow stocking.
And wishes to see thee ever cross-gartered?
Oh, cross-gartered.
Go to, thou art maid, if thou desirest to be so.
Am I maid?
And if not, let me see thee steward still.
Oh, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam! Oh. The young gentleman at the Count Orsino's is returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure?
I'll come to him. Oh, good Maria. Let this fellow be looked to. Where is my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for the half of my dowry.
Do you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby himself to look to me. This concurs directly with what is in the letter. She sends him here on purpose that I may appear stubborn to him. She incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble slough, says she. Be opposite with kinsmen, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. And consequently, sets down the manner how, with sad face, reverent carriage, slow tongue, and many such habits of some sir of note, and so forth. Ha! I have limed her! Well, Jove is the doer of this, and Jove make me thankful. And just now, when she went away, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow! Not Malvolio, nor by my degree, but fellow. Why, everything adheres together, that no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous nor unsafe circumstance. Well, what is to be said? Nothing that can be can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. Well, Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and Jove is to be praised.
Waves he in the name of sanctity. If all the demons of hell be drawn in little, and Legion himself possessed him, yet I'll speak to him.
Here he is. Here he is. How's with you, sir? How's with you, man?
Oh, go off. I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did I not tell you? Sir Toby, my lady prays you have a care of him.
Oh, does she so?
Oh, peace. Let me alone with him. How do you do, Malvolio? How is it with you? What man? Defy the devil, consider he's an enemy to mankind.
Do you know what you say?
Lie you, and you speak ill of the devil. Look how he takes it at heart. Pray God he not be bewitched.
Carries water to the wise woman.
Oh, Mary, it shall be done tomorrow morning. My lady would not lose him for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord!
Peace. This is not the way. Do you see not that you move him? Let me alone with him.
No way but gentleness. Gently, gently. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
How now, my buckock? How does thou chuck?
Sir!
Biddy, come with me. What man? It is not for gravity to play at cherry pit with Satan. Hang him, Falco, yeah.
Get him to say his prayers, Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
My prayers, minx.
Oh, no, and he will not hear of godliness.
Go hang yourselves, all of you. You are shallow, idle things, and I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
Is it possible?
If this were played upon a stage now, I could condemn it as an improbable fiction.
Why, his very genius has taken up the infection of the device, man.
They pursue him now, lest the device take air and taint.
Now we shall make him mad indeed.
Oh, the house would be the quieter for it.
We will have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already of the belief that he is mad. We shall carry it thus for our pleasure and his penance, till our very pastime, tired out of sport, prompts us to show mercy on him. At which time, we'll bring the device to the bar and crown thee for a finder of madmen. But see.
More matter for a May morning.
Here is the challenge. Read it. Warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Aye, is it? I warrant for him. Do but read.
I'll read. Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good, and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show you, though no reason for it.
A good note, which keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief, and to exceedingly good sense. Less.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me.
Good.
Thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
And still you keep to the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better, and so look to thyself. Thy friend as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguecheek. Oh, if this letter moves him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it to him.
Ooh, you'll have a very fit occasion for it. He was today in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Oh, go, and scout me for him in the orchard like a bum bailey. And as soon as thou seest them, draw. And as soon as thou draw, swear horrible. For it often comes to pass that a swaggering oath said with a terrible accent, sharply panged off, gives man more approbation than ever did proof itself whereof. Go to it.
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Now I will not deliver this letter, for the behavior of the youth brings about to be of good capacity and breeding, and his employment between his lord and my niece confirms no less. Therefore this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. He'll find it comes from a clodpole. Instead, I'll deliver his indignation by word of mouth, set upon Aguecheek some notable rapport of valor, which will drive the gentleman, as I know his youth will aptly receive it, into some hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This shall frighten them so both that they'll kill each other by the look, like cockatrices.
Oh, here he comes with your niece. Give them wait till he take leave, and presently after him.
Oh, I will go meditate the while on some horrid message for a challenge.
I've said too much upon a heart of stone, and laid mine honor to unchariot. But something in me reproves my fault. But such a headstrong, potent fault it is that it but mocks reproof.
With the same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's grief.
Here. Wear this for me. What? 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not. It hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow? What shall you ask of me that I'll deny? That honor saved may upon asking give.
Nothing but this. Your true love for my master.
Well, how may I give him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Yet come again tomorrow. Very well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, sir.
Thou defense thou hast, betake thee to it. Of the nature of the wrongs thou hast done against him, I know not. But thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, awaits thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy tuck, be ere in thy preparation, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake me, sir. I'm sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense done to any man.
Oh, you'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold dear your life at any price, betake thee to thy God, for thy opposite has in him whatever strength, skill, youth, and wrath can furnish a man withal.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
Oh, he is knight. Dubbed with unhatched rapier on carpet consideration, but he is devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies has he divorced 3, and his incessant at this time is so implacable that his satisfaction can be none of but pangs of death and sepulchre. Hobnob is his word, give it or take it.
I will return again into the house and require some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I have heard of some kind of men that put quarrels purposely on others to taste their valor. Belike this is a man of that quirk.
Sir, no. His indignation derives itself at a very competent injury. Therefore, get you on and give him your satisfaction. Back you shall not to the house. Unless you undertake with me that with as much safety as you might answer him. Therefore, on! Or strip your sword stock naked, for metal you must, that's certain, or for swear to wear iron about you.
Well, this is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know of the knight what my offense to him is. It is something of my purpose, nothing of my negligence.
I will do so. Signor Fabian, stay by this young gentleman until my return.
I pray you, sir, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
Nothing of that wonderful promise to read him by his form, as you are like to find him in the proof of his valor. He is indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite that you could have possibly found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk towards him? I will make your peace with him if I can.
I would be much bound to you for it. I am one that had rather go as Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my metal.
Why, man, the youth's the very devil. I had one bout with him, rapier, scabbard, and all, and he gave me the stuck in with such a motor motion that it's inevitable. And on thy answer, he pays thee as surely as thy feet hit the ground they walk on. They say he's been fencer to the Sophie.
No pox on it! I'll not meddle with him!
Well, he can scarce now be pacified. Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
Plague on it! And I thought he had been cunning and so daring in fence. I've seen him damned ere I've challenged him. Let him let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse, straight Capulet.
I'll go make the motion. Stand here and make a good show of it. This shall end without the perdition of souls. Mary, I'll ride your horse as well as I ride you. I have his horse to take up the quarrel. I persuaded him, the youth, the devil.
He is as horribly conceited of him, and pants and looks pale as if a bear were at his heels.
There's no remedy, sir. He will for oath's sake fight you. He has better bethought him of his quarrel and finds it now scarce to be worth talking of. But for the supports of his vow, he swears that he will not hurt you.
Oh, pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give ground if you see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew, there's no remedy. He will for honor's sake have one bout with you. He cannot by the duello avoid it. But he has promised, as he is a soldier and a gentleman, he will not hurt you. Go about it.
Pray God he keep his oath!
I do assure you, 'tis against my will.
Put up your sword. If this young gentleman have done offense,
My present with you. There's half my coffer.
will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest maybe so sound a man as to upbraid you with those kindnesses I've done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any feature. I hated gratitude more in a man than lying, vainness, babbling, drunkenness, and any other taint of vice that inhabits our frail blood.
Oh, heavens themselves.
Come, sir, I pray you away.
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, and to his image, which we thought to promise most venerable worth, did I devotion.
What's that to us? The time goes by. Away.
But oh, how vile and idle proves this God. Thou hast, Sebastian, done good features shame. In nature, there is no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed, but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, but the beauteous evil are empty trunks flourished by the devil.
The man is mad. Take him away.
Lead me on.
His words do from such passion fly that he believes himself. So do not I. Prove true imagination, oh, prove true that I, dear brother, be now ta'en for you.
Oh, come, Signor Fabian, come, knight. Let's whisper o'er a couplet or two of the most sage saws.
He named Sebastian. I, my brother, know yet living in my glass. Even such and so in favor was my brother. And he went even in this fashion, color, and ornament for him I'd imitate. Oh, if it prove tempests are kind and salt waves fresh in love.
Why, he's a very dishonest, paltry boy and more a coward than a hare. His dishonesty comes in seeing his friend here in necessity and leaving him. And as for his cowardship, ask Fabian.
A coward, a most devout coward, religious in it.
Gonzalez, I'll after him again and beat him!
Oh, do so. Cuff him soundly, but never draw thy sword.
Make me believe I am not sent for you?
Oh, go to, thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Well held out in faith. No, I do not know you, nor I am not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak to her. Nor your name is not Master Cesario, nor this is not my nose, neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly? He has heard that word of some great man, and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly? I prithee now, ungird thy strangeness, and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. Here is money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand. These wise men that give fools money.
No, sir! Have I you yet again? That is for you!
Why, there's for you, and there are all the people mad.
Hold, sir, or throw thy dagger over the house.
This will I tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your coats for twopence.
Hold thy hand.
Nay, let him alone. I'll go another way against him. I'll have an action of battery against him, if there be any law in Illyria. Though I struck him first. But it's no matter for that.
Let go thy hand. Nay, sir, I will not let go. Come, my young soldier, put up your iron. You are well fleshed.
I will be free from thee. What wouldest thou now? If thou darest tempt me further, draw thy sword.
Nay. Then I must have an ounce or two of this Malapert blood from you.
Oh, Toby, on thy life I charge thee hold!
Oh, madam.
Will it be ever thus, ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains and barbarous caves where manners were ne'er preached? Out of my sight. Oh, be not offended, dear Cesario. Rudesby, be gone. Oh, be not offended, dear Cesario, and let thy wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this unjust and uncivil extent against thy peace. I pray you, come with me into my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby mayst smile at this. Oh, do not deny. Oh, beshrew his soul for me. He started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is this? How runs the stream? Or I am mad, or else... Oh, this is a dream. Oh, let fancy still my sense and leaf steep. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee. Oh, wouldst thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be.
Nay, put on this gown and beard and make him believe thou art Sir Topus the cleric. Here, do it quickly. I will fetch Sir Toby the whilst.
Well, I'll put it on. I will dissemble myself in it. I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown. I'm not tall enough to become function well. The competitors enter.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Buenos dias, Sir Toby, for as you hermit of Prague that never saw anything, very wittily said to a niece of King Gorbatak, that is. So I, being Master Parson, am Master Parson. For what is that? But that. And is but is.
To him, Sir Topus.
What ho, I say, peace in this prison.
The knave counterfeits well, an excellent knave.
Who calls there?
Sir Topus, the visit Malvolio, the lunatic.
Sir Topas! Sir Topas! Good Sir Topas! Go to my lady!
Thou hyperbolical fiend! How vexest thou this man? Talkest thou nothing but of lady?
Well said, Master Parson.
Oh, Sir Topas, I never was man thus wronged. Good Sir Topas, do not think me mad. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Fie, thou dishonest Satan! I call thee by the most modest terms, for I am one of those gentle ones that will use the devil himself with courtesy. Sayest thou the house is dark?
Aye, that's hell, Sir Topas.
Why, it hath bay windows transparent as paracaros.
No.
And the clerestories to the south-north are as lustrous as ebony.
No.
And yet, complainest thou of obstruction?
I am not mad, Sir Topas. I say to you, this house is dark.
Madman, thou errest. I say there is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fog.
I say to you, this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say, there was never a man so horribly abused. I am no more mad than you are, Sir Topas. Make the trial of it in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wild fowl?
That the soul of our grandam might haply inhabit a bird.
What thinkest thou of his opinion?
Well, I think nobly of the soul, and no way approve his opinion.
Fare thee well, remain thou still in darkness. Thou shalt hold the opinion of Pythagoras, ere I will allow of thy wits, and fear to kill a woodcock, lest thou dispossess the soul of thy grandam. Fare thee well.
Sir Topas! Sir Topas!
My most exquisite Sir Topas.
Nay, I am for all waters. Thou mightst have done it without thy gown and beard. He sees thee not.
Go and speak to him in thy own voice, and bring me word of how thou findest him. I would we were well rid of this knavery. If he can be conveniently delivered, I would he were. For I am now so far in offence with my niece that I cannot pursue with any safety this sport to the upshot. Come, by and by to my chamber.
We come from the land of the ice and snow, from the midnight sun where the hot springs blow.
Oh.
Hammer of the gods will drive our ships to new lands to fight the hordes, singing and crying.
Well, I say.
Valhalla, I am coming.
Master Malvolio?
My good fool.
Alas, sir, how fell you beside your 5 wits?
Fool. Never was a man so horribly abused. Fool, I am as well in my wits as thou art.
But as well? Then you are mad indeed, if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
Fool, they have here propertied me, kept me in darkness, sent ministers to me, asses, and done everything they can to face me out of my wits.
Advise what you say, the minister is here. Malvolio, Malvolio, thy wits the heavens restore. Endeavor thyself to sleep, and leave thy vain bibba-babble.
Mr. Topas!
Maintain no words with him, good fellow.
Mr. Topas!
Who, I, sir? Not I, sir. God be with you, good Sir Topas.
Mad amen.
Mr. Topas!
I will, sir. I will.
Fool! Fool! Fool, I say! Oh, do not think me mad!
Alas, sir, be patient. What say you, sir? I am shent for speaking to you.
Oh, good fool, help me to some paper and some light. Good fool, I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Well a day that you were, sir.
By this hand I am. Good fool, some paper, some ink, and some light, and convey what I may set down to my lady. It shall advantage you more than ever the bearing of letter did.
I will help you to it. But tell me true, are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
I tell thee true, I am not, believe me.
Nay, I'll ne'er believe a madman till I see his brains. I will fetch you light and paper and ink.
I will requite it to the highest degree. Oh, I prithee be gone.
I am gone, sir, and anon, sir. I'll be with you again. In a trice like to the old vice, your need to sustain. Who with dagger of lath, in his rage and his wrath, cries a heart to the devil. Like a mad lad, pare thy nails down. Adieu, good man devil.
This is the air. That be the glorious sun. And this pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it. Oh, and 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus. It is no madness. Where is Antonio, then? I could not find him at the Elephant. Yet there he was, and there I did find his credit. How that he did range the town to seek me out. His counsel now might do me golden service. For though my soul disputes well with my sense, oh, that this may be some error, but no madness. Yet doth this accident in the flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with the reason that persuades me, or to no other trust but that I am mad. Or else, the lady's mad. Yet if 'twas so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing, as I do perceive she does. There is something in it that is deceivable, but here the lady comes.
Oh, well, blame not this haste of mine, but if you mean well, then go with me, and with this holy man, into the chapel by, and there, underneath that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful heart may live at peace. For he shall conceal it whiles you are willing it shall come to note, when we will our celebration keep, according to my birth. What do you say?
I will go with this good man, and go with you, and having sworn truth ever will be true.
Oh, then lead the way, good father. Oh, and heaven so shine that they may fairly know this act of mine.
Now, as thou lovest me, let me see his letter.
Good master Fabian, grant me a request.
Anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
That is to give a dog, and in recompense desire my dog again.
Belonging to the Lady Olivia, friends.
Aye, sir. We are some of her trappings.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now, my foes tell me plainly that I am an ass, so that by my foes, sir, I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused. So if conclusions be as to kisses, if your 4 negatives make your 2 affirmatives, then truly, sir, the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Why, this is excellent.
By my troth, sir, no. Though it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold.
But that it would be double dealing, sir. I would you could make it another.
Oh, you give me ill counsel.
Put your grace in your pocket, sir, for this once, and let your flesh and blood obey it.
I will be so much a sinner as to be a double dealer. There's another.
Primo, secundo, tertio is a good play, and the old saying goes, the third pays for all. The triplex, sir, is a good tipping measure.
You can fool no more money out of me at this throw. If you will let your lady know I am here to speak with her and bring her along with you, it may awake my bounty further.
Marry, sir, lullaby to your bounty till I come again. I go, sir, but I would not have you think that my desire of having is the sin of covetousness. But as you say, sir, let your bounty take a nap. I will awake it anon.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his I do remember well, yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. A bobbling vessel was he captain of, for shallow draught and bulk unprizable. with which such scatheful grapple did he make with the most noble bottom of our fleet, the very envy and tongue of loss, cried fame and honor on him. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is that Antonio that took the Phoenix and her prop from Candy. And this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the street, desperate of shame and state, in private rabble did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir. Drew on my side. But in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not what 'twas but distraction.
Notable pirate, thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness has brought thee to their mercies, whom thou in terms so bloody and so dear hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate, though I confess on base and grounded up Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither. That most ingrateful boy, there by your side, from the rude sea enraged and foamy mounted, I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. His life I gave him to dare to add my love, without pretension or restraint, all his in dedication. For his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the danger of this adverse town, true to defend him when he was beset. We're being apprehended. It's false cunning. Not meaning to partake with me in danger, thought to face me out of acquaintance. It grew a 20 years removed thing, while one would wink. Denied me thine own purse, which I'd recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before. No interim, not a minute's vacancy. Both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth has tended upon me. But more of that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord, but that he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam!
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario? Good, my lord.
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
Well, if it be aught to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What? To perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul, the faithfulest offerings, hath breathed out that ere devotion tendered, what shall I do?
Well, even what it please my lord shall become of him.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it? Like to the Egyptian thief, at point of death? Kill what I love? A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this, since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, live you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him I will tear out of that cruel eye, where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, my thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most jocund, apt, and willingly to do you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
But where goes Cesario?
After him I love. I love this life, more than my eyes, more than e'er I shall love wife. If I do feign, you witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my love.
I me, detested. How I am beguiled.
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Is it so long? Hast thou forgot thyself? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come, away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay.
Husband?
Husband. Can he that deny?
Her husband, sirrah!
No, my lord, not I! Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario, take thy fortunes up. Be that thou knowest thou art, and then thou art as great as that thou fearest.
Madam.
Welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee by thy reverence here to unfold what lately we hath intended to keep in darkness, what occasion now reveals before 'tis ripe. What you do know hath passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by the interchangement of your rings, and all ceremony of this compact, sealed by my function in my testimony, since when my watch hath told me towards my grave I have passed but 2 hours.
Oh, thou dissembling cub! What wilt thou be when time has sowed a grizzle on thy case? Or will not else thine own craft so quickly grow that thine own trip will be thine overthrow? Farewell, and take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest! Oh, do not swear, but hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a sergeant! Send one presently to Sir Toby!
What's the matter?
He has broke my head across and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. For the love of God, your help. I had rather than 40 pounds were I at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman, Cesario.
Oh, yes! You broke my head for nothing! And that I did, I was sent on to do it by Sir Toby!
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bespoke you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. I think you said nothing by a bloody coxcomb. Here comes Sir Toby halting. You shall hear more. Had he not been in drink, he would have tickled you other gates than he did.
How now, gentlemen? How is it with you?
This one has hurt me, and it's all one. There's an end to it. Have you seen Dick Surgeon, sir?
Oh, he's drunk, Sir Toby. An hour gone. His eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Then he's a rogue in a passy measure's pain. I hate a drunken rogue.
Go away with him. Who hath made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help? An ass head and a coxcomb and a knave, a thin-faced knave, and a ghoul?
Get him to bed. And let his hurt be looked to.
I am sorry, madam. I have hurt your kinsman. If I had been brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me. Oh, and by that I do perceive that I have offended you. Oh, pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and 2 persons? A natural perspective this is, and it's not.
Antonio! Oh, my good Antonio! How have the hours racked and tortured me since I lost thee?
Sebastian, are you?
What? Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in 2 is not more like than these 2 creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Oh, most wonderful!
Do I stand there? I never had a brother. Nor can there be that deity in my nature of here and everywhere. I had a sister, whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman? What name? What parentage?
Of Messalene. Sebastian was my father. Such as Sebastian was my brother too. So and he suited to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
Spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb I did participate. Were you a woman as the rest goes, even I should my tears let fall upon your cheek, and say thrice welcome drowned Viola.
My father had a mark upon his brow.
And so had mine.
And died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He did indeed finish his mortal act that day that made my sister 13 years.
If nothing lets to make us happy both but this, my masculine usurped attire. Oh, do not embrace me till time, place, and circumstance do cohere and form that I am.
You have been mistook. You'd have been contracted to a maid. Oh, nor are you therein by my nature deceived. You are married to both maid and man.
Be not amazed. Right noble is his blood. If this be so, as the glass seems true, I shall have some share in this happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times thou never shouldst love a woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearings keep us true in soul as doth that orbed continent of fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
Oh, and alas, now I do remember me. Oh, they say, poor gentleman, he is much distract. Most extracting frenzy of mine own from my remembrance clearly hath banished his. Oh, how does he, sirrah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at Stave's end, as well a man in his case may do. I hath here writ a letter to you. I should have given it to you today morning, but as madman's epistles are no gospel, so it skills not much when they are delivered.
Open and read it.
Look to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman. By the Lord, madam!
Oh, now art thou mad?
No, madam, but I do read madness, and your ladyship will have it as it ought to be. You must allow vox.
Oh, prithee, read it in thy right wits.
So I do, Madonna, but to read his right wits is to read thus. Therefore, perpend, my princess, and give ear. But
read it, you, sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury, the madly used Malvolio.
But did he write this?
Aye, madam.
This savors not much of distraction.
Go fetch him forward, Fabian, see him delivered. Oh, my lord, so please you. Oh, these things further thought on, to think of me as well as sister, as a wife. Oh, one day shall crown the alliance on, so please you, here at my house, and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him, so much against the mettle of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, here's my hand. You shall from this time be your master's mistress.
No, a sister. You are she. Oh.
Is this the madman?
Aye, my lord, this same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. I pray you, peruse that letter. You must not now deny 'tis your hand. Write from it, if you can, in hand or phrase, or say 'tis not your seal, nor your invention. You can say none of this. Well, grant it then, and tell me why, in modesty of honor, you gave me such clear lights of favor. Bade me come smiling and cross-gartered to you, to put on yellow stockings and frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people. And having acted all of this in an obedient hope, why you suffered to have me imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by a priest, and made the most notorious get and go that e'er invention played on. Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my hand. Though, I confess, much like the character, but out of question, 'tis Maria's hand. Well, and now I do bethink. Well, it was she who first told me thou wast mad, who then camest in smiling, and in such forms as were here presupposed upon thee in the letter. Oh, I prithee, be content. This practice hath most shrewdly passed upon thee. Oh, but when we know the grounds and the authors of it, you shall be the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel nor no brawl to come taint the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at. If shall not, most freely I confess, myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here, upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against him. Maria writ the letter at Sir Toby's great importance, in recompense whereof he hath married her. With sportful malice it was followed, may rather pluck on laughter than revenge, if that the injuries be justly weighed that have on both sides passed.
Oh, alas, poor fool, how they have baffled thee.
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. I was one, sir, in this interlude. One Certopas, sir. But that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad. But do you remember? Lady, why laugh you at such a barren rascal? And you smile not, he's gagged. And thus, the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I shall have revenge on the whole pack of you! On the whole pack of you!
Well, he hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace. A solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we shall not part from hence. Viola, come, for thou art and truly seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
When that I was a little boy, with hey ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came to man's estate, with hey ho, the wind and the rain, 'gainst knaves and thieves men shut their gate, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came, alas, to wife, with hey ho, the wind and the rain, by swaggering could I never thrive, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came unto my bed, with hey ho, the wind and the rain, the toss-pot still had drunken heads, for the rain it raineth every day. A great while ago the world begun, with hey ho. but that's all one. Our play is done, and we'll strive to please you every day.